Hi, I'm Rob Morocco, coming to you on behalf of ETF Market Canada. I'm joined here today with Michael Greenberg, Head of America's Portfolio Management for Franklin Templeton. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me here.
Mike, want to learn more about the Franklin MultiAsset ETF Portfolio Suite, now available here in Canada. Given that there are more ETFs in the marketplace than on the broad-based composite here in Canada, a lot of product out there, a lot of noise. How should folks think about the suite and learn more?
Yeah, I mean, what we're trying to do with this suite is actually help solve some of those issues that brings up. You know, as you mentioned, there are a lot of ETFs out there. Which one do you choose? What's the right timing? And in fact, I'd go so far as to say that with the amount of ETFs that are out there, that it can actually promote bad behavior sometimes. It makes it very easy to buy and sell. So we're seeing a lot of people overreact to market trends, maybe jump on themes too late, and actually do themselves a bit of a disservice. So what we're trying to do with this suite of multi-asset portfolios is really help people manage that, help manage the selection. What's the right ETF at the right time? How do I still have robust diversification while not necessarily giving up upside to market? So we just think it's a great time. Recent volatility, I think, just sort of reinforces that.
So Mike, let's break it down a little bit. So the whole suite of products consisting of 4 ETFs in the range. Tell me more about the program.
Sure, so it's 4 portfolios, from a more conservative portfolio to a more aggressive portfolio. They're made up of ETFs, both stock ETFs and fixed income ETFs, very well diversified by asset class, by region, by sector, managed by my team. And really, again, that goal is to give investors a place to go, depending on their risk tolerance. They can choose the right portfolio, and giving investors a place to go to get a very solid, well-diversified portfolio, again, made up of underlying ETFs.
We'd love to dive in a little bit more there. As you pointed out, it's the team, the whole team managing the products. How are these products managed?
Sure. So luckily for the investors, it's not just me. There's an entire team behind the scenes helping manage these programs from an asset allocation perspective, from an ETF selection perspective, portfolio construction perspective, risk management perspective. But what my team and I are trying to do is really build that robust portfolio, very well diversified amongst regions, sectors, et cetera, but then also be dynamic with that asset allocation. Markets move, that creates opportunity, it creates risk. So again, behind the scenes, what we're doing is analyzing markets and trying to be more exposed to things at certain times that we feel are gonna go up. Obviously, be less exposed to things that we feel might be going down, being more risk on, risk off, more in Canada, less in Canada. Basically making all those decisions and positioning those portfolios to hopefully obviously give better performance, but also reduce risk at times. We have other people within the group that are really helping us with that portfolio construction. You know, would ETFs fit together in the right way to provide that nice experience, that solid performance, that more consistent performance over the long term? And then of course, from a risk management perspective, really understanding what are the risks that we have in the portfolio? Do we think we're going to be well compensated to take those risks? Again, me and the 70 people behind the scenes are really focused day to day on doing that, hopefully to deliver people a solid option for them for their investments.
As we think about the program, what's been new? What's been something new to highlight as we look at the whole suite?
Sure. I mean, one is we did launch a new portfolio, an all equity portfolio. So the other 3 portfolios are multi-asset, stocks and bonds. But the all equity portfolio is really to give those investors who have maybe a higher growth goal or want to use that as a component of a portfolio. So that's been very popular for advisors to use when they're building their own portfolios as their equity exposure. I'd say the big change though is on the fee side. Again, we want to be very competitive on fees here. So we've actually recently lowered fees to a level that we think we're getting to the point where we're being disruptive in the sense that we're offering fees that are really at par with more passive oriented programs, but still delivering advisors and investors an actively managed program.
Mike, you touch on the fee being a differentiator for sure. But what other factors should folks consider when looking at the multi-asset solution space and looking at specifically the Franklin Templeton offering? What else would you say differentiates the program from other solutions out there in the marketplace?
Sure, and sort of the fee is a big one, right? Offering that passive level fee with active management. That active level of management is I think, a key differentiator for us. First of all, it's happening at an asset allocation level. So from a top-down perspective, being more risk on, risk off, being more in Canada, less in Canada, hedging the currency, not hedging the currency. But also what's unique is from a bottom-up perspective on the fixed income side, we're also offering that active management, meaning we're utilizing some of our internal sub-advisors, Western Asset Management, Franklin fixed income team, the Brandywine fixed income group, to really offer that bottom-up active fixed income management, which we think is really important. Fixed income markets are volatile. We all lived through 2022. Can be a very difficult environment. Having an active manager focused on that part of the portfolio for us, in a sense, sub-advising some of those decisions to them, which security to select, which industry to be in, we think is going to be really important going forward and the key differentiator.
Well, Mike, thank you so much for discussing the multi-asset solution here with ETF market in Canada, and look forward to continuing the conversation.
Great, thanks a lot for having me.
Thanks.